Alright, welcome back to Garage Gym, where I am doing shoulder workout, pretty much shoulder workout. And in this video I'll be doing strict presses supersetted with single leg pistol squats to a bench, or I'll be fast forwarding through since they're pretty boring. I don't have the mobility yet to squat all the way down and squat all the way up. Not strong enough yet, so I have lacking some hip strength. So fast forwarding through those, I'm doing 6 sets. So I got 3 here, 3 reps, started off at 115 and then jumped up to 135. Again, the shoulder was kind of bugging me since I've been doing a lot of front rack things in my workout, like front rack position, like thrusters and front rack kettlebell holding and those things. So that's been kind of getting to me. But here I am. What's odd though is that the shoulder pain doesn't happen from overhead press. Reading Starting Strength with Mark Rippetoe, it's been super helpful to kind of follow his form, where he recommends the form for the overhead press, and it's been super helpful for my shoulder and also improving my strength in the press as well. So if you guys get a chance to check that out, I'll put the link or the book, the title of the book, in the description to where you guys can look up that and check that out on your own time. But in that book talks about different forms, different techniques to get stronger. In that previous press, you could kind of see my left shoulder giving a little laggy on the press up. So as it gets heavier, you could kind of see for this next set if you look at my left arm. Doing 1 rep, pressing up. Oh, that one didn't look too bad. That one looked pretty good actually. So final set of shoulder press or strict press, pressing the bar up over my head, is 145 at 145. So crazy thing is, this used to be a real challenge for me this way, where I could barely do one, but now I'm doing 3 sets with 1 rep. So huge increase in strength in my shoulders despite having a bum shoulder. Still able to pump that out, which is pretty cool. It's just encouraging, those little mini victories. Now moving into some bodybuilding workouts, some curls, where I was gonna do 3 or 4 sets, but I only ended up doing 3, just running low on time. So first set was 65 pounds. Felt good, felt light, didn't feel too heavy. I wanted to challenge myself to get to a weight where I really struggled to get 8 to 10. And 75 pounds kind of did it. 75 pounds was that weight where I was breaking form toward the last few reps, and it was a challenge for me. It's also super weird from the supinated position with my hands, my mobility in my lats and wrists and shoulders, where it makes it super difficult to curl or hold in this position. So what that tells me is I just need to practice more in that supinated position, whether it be supinated rows or chin-ups, doing pull-ups. So those things are super helpful to include. It just helps with mobility, wrist flexion and lat flexion, and just also hitting your muscles from a different point. Really struggling on this last set. My right arms are way stronger than my left. So this next superset, this is where I was kind of like, my shoulders were rocked. My upper back was really tired. So I'm only pressing 35 pounds here. I'm doing a single arm push press where I'm kind of giving a little thrust to press it up, and I'm locking out at the top. So I'm doing 10 each arm, 35 pounds. Again, it's not too heavy, but where the challenge comes, or where I'm really struggling is the next set of the superset. So on this pressing, it's fine. It's light. I could probably use the 50 pounds, but I want to stay in the same flow. these side lunges. This is where it's kind of killer. So not having the mobility for these side lunges was a challenge, a big time challenge. And you can kind of see where, looking at this set and then looking at the further sets, where I'm able to go down lower a lot easier. But it's also super super hard to stay up forward. I want to lean forward so much with the weight there. Like if you see that left side, it's super challenging, struggling to just get low. So not being warm and also having lack of mobility, hamstrings, glutes, and hips. Especially that ankle dorsiflexion too, that's also helpful, but I'm lacking there. So the last set of the superset is ring rows, where I'm supposed to do 15. And I feel like incorporating these kind of supersets also helps with recovery, where I'm not overly stretching myself out or taxing my body. If you see traditional workout programs where they're deadlifts, squats, some form of press, and they try to max out every single week, I try to avoid that so that I can give myself time to heal, my body heal, and also because of a busy schedule. Sometimes I may not be able to have like a traditional bodybuilding workout routine, but I can schedule these quick ones in, or sometimes if time is running short, I can incorporate one of these supersets to hit for 30 minutes to get a sweat going and working out and move for the day. So this is the second set of lateral lunges, and you can kind of see a lot easier, way easier to dip down. I'm just more aligned with my hips dropping down below my knee or at knee level. My chest is up. I'm able to rack that kettlebell at the front rack position. It's just way easier the second set. And the left leg is the tester. That's where you kind of see the weaker legs is kind of where you see that improvement. So already able to drop down way lower than the first set. Like if you guys were to compare the two and look back and rewind it, you guys can see how just more fluid this movement is compared to the first set I was doing. It's beautiful. Also, another thing is music. Like I've been really struggling listening to the same thing over and over again, or having music in general while I'm working out. I try to have it as loud as possible to drown out the noises the kids make, because sometimes like high-pitched screaming or they're banging on something, it kind of makes me jump. So I try to have as much noise as possible so that I can just focus and lock in. I know a lot of people recommend headphones, or they like using headphones. The ones that I have, kind of like, I feel like they're plugging my ears too much. It's like my ears don't get a chance to breathe, which is really weird, but it feels that way. So I just go without. And just use a little tiny little pill speaker I have. I got from Amazon for like 25 bucks or 35 bucks or something like that. One thing I never really liked in my workouts was the pressing, because it was one of my weak points, but after practicing so much, I'm starting to really enjoy it, and also that my shoulder's getting a lot better. I've been really enjoying it. Also, these lateral lunges too, or Cossack squats, is also very fun. Just seeing my hips get more mobile, my ankle get more flexible to kind of sit in that squat positions. It's been encouraging. It's kind of like those little mini improvements that some people may not see right away, or my bodies may not be looking like it's changing or anything like that, but my performance is improving. So not only does the scale matter, the mirror matters, those two things matter, the way you look and all that stuff, but also don't forget about your performance. You don't need 5-10 pounds every single time you max out, but sometimes it's a range of motion. Maybe that's what you need to see that you're able to squat a little bit lower, or you're able to press a little bit longer, or you're able to do lateral squats, lateral lunges longer. So keep that in mind as you guys are working out and moving in the direction. Again, if you guys like it, like it. If you guys want to see more, I'm going to be uploading every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So stay tuned.